listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the LOZ Podcast Network. Listen, this is a particularly amazing time of the year at Lake of the Ozarks because it's shootout week. It's finally here. We've had a bunch of events that have led up to what we consider to be the coup de grace, which is obviously the race at the end of the week. But this is a week of a lot of different events. And if you're around town this week, you are going to see a lot of Cadillac Escalades. You're going to wonder what the heck is going on. Every time I look around to the left or the right, I see another Cadillac Escalade. The gentleman I have with me, Chris Wilson with Van Cadillac, is a main reason why we've got these Cadillacs here this week. Chris, welcome to the show. This is the pre-race show live with a Cadillac. Ozarks shootout is what was going on this week. And tell me why Cadillac's here, man.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on, Ken. So, hey, we're just so excited on behalf of the 9 Missouri Cadillac dealers that Cadillac has stepped up again and is sponsoring the third event for us. So they did the shootout last year, then they did the June offshore races this past June, and they've stepped up even more. And they've got Cadillacs running all around the lake here for the shootout. And we just couldn't be more thrilled with it. I mean, you got to put a little bit of it in perspective because, you know, this is not coming through my store. This is coming from Detroit. So they actually build these event cars specifically for events like this. And so, you know, Cadillac sponsors several PGA events, the Colonial down in Texas, as well as the Byron Nelson Classic. And right after shootout week, they're doing the U.S. Open tennis tournament up in Flushing Meadows. And for them to be able to realize that, hey, our demographics reside right in the Midwest, the Lake of the Ozarks with the largest unsanctioned boat race is a great crowd. We want to be part of it. It's just incredible. So, yeah, we've got 80 Escalades running around the lake, and they've got courtesy sticker cards on them, stickers on the cars. So you'll see them all over the place.
Yeah, and I think what's really cool about this is the fact that, you know, for 1 week of the year, this is truly the mecca of the world for powerboat racing. And we got people that come in from all over the place. I mean, we get a lot of people coming in from all over the United States, some people from outside the United States to race. It's really an amazing event, and it's just become so big. And a lot of people have the feeling that if you're not here this week, you're really not a major part of what's going on in powerboat racing, right?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's one of the largest economic drivers in the state as well. You know, we'll have well over 150,000 attendees that are going to be in and around the lake area that are coming specifically down for this event. And obviously, there's a lot of different things to do at the lake that support this event. But it is truly a spectacle. And you're right. I mean, there are individuals that spend their entire year prepping just for a couple of passes, either on Saturday and Sunday. And I just think it makes it such a unique event. And I think that it's really great that it's becoming more of a global event, more than it is just a Midwestern event. And so seeing people from all sides of the country, and then like you said, hey, we've had international competitors. A couple guys I think came in from Norway or Sweden, I think. So I anticipate seeing more of that because this is becoming a big deal.
Well, and what's cool, what Cadillac is doing this week is they are obviously, and like any event, like if it's a golf tournament or some big event, they bring in courtesy cars. So the drivers and the teams will have some Cadillacs they're driving around town. But what I think is really cool, what Cadillac did on this event, is they're going to let the public get up close and personal with these Cadillacs, right? And there's a couple opportunities where actually you guys are using Cadillacs to shuttle people for the street party, for a couple of the events. Talk a little bit about that and how Cadillac really wants everyone to get to put their eyes on these beautiful, beautiful cars.
Yeah, so hey, a couple of things. If you go to the Lake of the Ozarks Shootout website, there's some great interactive maps on there that will be able to show, visitors where they can park vehicles of their own and then jump in a shuttle. And so we've got Cadillac Escalades that'll be positioned at various parking lots and be able to take you from venue to venue so that you can, experience the entire shootout, whether it's over at the headquarters of Dog Days or over to the Performance Boat Center party that's happening on Thursday from 6 to 10. And then, there are a couple Cadillac events that are going on that are open to the public. So in specificity, Thursday from 6 to 10 at Performance Boat Center. Performance Boat Center always puts on the Performance Boat Center shootout party. And there is a gigantic, what we call activation. And there's going to be some really cool cars there, Ken. So one of which is going to be a very limited production CT5V Blackwing in a specific color. There's only a couple of them made for this year. And then we're going to have a Cadillac Escalade V-Series there as well. But then the really cool car that I think everybody needs to come see is the all-electric Celestique, which this vehicle starts at $400,000. And it's basically one of those vehicles that you deal directly with the manufacturer, and you can customize this vehicle with, from an array of 150 colors. And heck, if you want leather to replace the carpet inside your vehicle, they can do that. It takes them about 2 months to hand build each vehicle. And so you can imagine there's not many of them built. It's going to be really cool. And then on Saturday, which I'm super excited about, the Oasis at Lakeport, which the Oasis, the amusement park, the big Marriott hotel that's being constructed, that's going to be the future home of the shootout for many, many years. And the developers of that have stepped up and are going to go ahead and put in some infrastructure down at the water where we're going to do a whole nother Cadillac display down there. And it'll actually be one where you can get a shuttle in a Cadillac Escalade to and from that event. So there's going to be a little bit of live music there. I think they're going to have a couple, adult beverages set up, etc. But they're going to have several Cadillacs on display down there. But there is one Cadillac that I can't talk about. But my guess is that I'm hoping that we can get several thousand, if not 10 to 20,000 people to stop by there and see this particular car, because it is something that Cadillac uses on a global stage. And I think once they see it, they'll get what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, you've left a little bit to be, it's a little secretive, but you put a little bit out there. I think that the public wants to make sure that they go over to Dog Days and the Oasis, where kind of the headquarters of all the shootout action is this year. There's going to be a ton of stuff going on with all the vendors we have over there, plus being able to go over to the Oasis and see this new area that they're doing where they're going to be displaying some Cadillacs. It's just so awesome that a brand like Cadillac has gotten behind what's going on at the shootout and what's going on at Lake of the Ozarks. A lot of times you'll see these events are in big cities, New York, Dallas, some of the LA. And for a short period of time, for 5 or 6 days at Lake of the Ozarks, we are kind of the focal point. And if it's from a major brand like Cadillac, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I used to give the Cadillac executives a hard time, and I would tell them that they didn't really know who their customer was. And they would be like, well, we think we do. And I go, well, when we watch a Cadillac commercial, and I mean, it's true, Ken. I mean, it's always the beautiful couple that's getting out of the Cadillac, whether it's a car, electric car, or SUV in a big metro environment, right? And they're going out to dinner somewhere or whatever. And I think that one of the things that we got to remember is that in the Midwest in particular, and you can just kind of figure out the center of the United States, that that's not necessarily like indicative of our day-to-day lives. And so once the Cadillac executives came down from Detroit several years ago, this was 3 years ago, and really start spending some time around the people here at the lake and understanding what these folks did for a living, they started realizing that I might have been right. Maybe they did miss some of that market, and that's what attracted them to come to the lake, because there's nothing like performance and luxury that goes together than boating and luxury vehicles.
Yeah, and it's a great event. Listen, there's so many things going on for the shootout week. Obviously the street party is going to be amazing. And that is an opportunity for some people to catch a ride in a Cadillac, because I know you're going to be shuttling from a couple of the areas. You guys know that you can go in the LOZ app, which is the official app of the Lake of the Ozarks shootout. And we have all the maps for all the events. And what's cool about it is you go in the app and you just push your finger on the button of the lot you want to go to, and it opens up your map in your phone and takes you right there. So everybody needs to have a little bit of patience. There's going to be a lot of people at the street party on Wednesday. There's always tens of thousands of people that come down there. But it's going to be really cool. And Cadillac's going to be there. They're going to be at the event on Thursday. They're going to be all weekend over at the Oasis. And it's just an amazing event. And I'm really glad that Cadillac's getting behind it, and that you guys, and you know, let's face it, it's on behalf of all the Missouri Cadillac dealers. They're all in some way participating and actually giving some of their inventory for the event. So everybody's really getting behind it, aren't they?
Yeah. So you're right. I mean, there's 9 of us in the state of Missouri, and we all are members of a local marketing ad association, and we contribute. So we help fund this event to some degree, and we help support the vehicles and make sure that they are ready to go for the specific people that are driving them, or, you know, all the patrons that want to be shuttled around. So yeah, it's kind of an all-in effort, but at the end of the day, we're just so excited that Cadillac's back in the support mode here, part of the event, and we look forward to a long-term relationship with them.
Well, I'd like to find a way to get one of those hats like you're wearing, because I think that's pretty cool. So maybe you and I can talk off the air and I can get one. But guys, listen, it all starts this week. Everything going on for the shootout. Try to come out, be a volunteer, try to come out and see what's going on. Make sure you go to Dog Days in the Oasis and walk around and see all the cool things that we have going on there, Cadillacs, and also all the vendors. If you need any information, go into the LOZ app. It's easy to find. And if you don't have it, just find one of the volunteers, and on the back of their shirt, they have a QR code. You can hit the QR code and have it on your phone in 2 seconds. It's absolutely free. Chris Wilson, man, we love having you on the show. We love everything you're doing for the shootout, and also for helping Cadillac be a presence here. And guys, listen, when you're looking around town, you see these beautiful Cadillacs, you got to check them out. And hopefully you'll get to ride in one this week, or at least see one up close and personal, because they are an amazing car.
Yeah. Hey, listen, make sure that if you get a chance, be there Thursday night, check out some of the vehicles that we have, especially Saturday over at the Oasis. It's a can't miss thing.
Hey, listen, everybody, that's another edition of the LOZ Podcast Network. This is going to be an amazing week. We hope you all can join us. Chris Wilson, thanks again for joining us on the program, and we'll see you at the street party for sure. And by the way, folks, look for the LOZ app boat that's going to be displayed at the street party. Come by and say hi to us, and grab a T-shirt from us, and cheer us on in the races.
Sounds great. Thanks so much for having me, Ken.
All right, everybody, that's another episode of the LOZ Podcast Network. We'll see you on the next one. Ken Lawler.